In today's video, I'm going to talk about how do you choose a good realtor if you are a home seller or home buyer. And now with the new policy going into effect where you as a home buyer has to sign a mandatory form called the Buyer Broker Agency Agreement form with a realtor committing to working with them for a certain length of time, it's going to be more important than ever that you really take the time to vet and interview realtors. Hi, my name is Sherilyn Williams, and I'm your local Chicago and Indiana realtor, helping you build your dreams through real estate. And if you need any help with your real estate needs in Chicagoland or in Indiana, please send me a direct message. I would love to hear from you. So before we get into how do you choose a good realtor to help you buy or sell your home, let's first talk about what the difference is between a real estate agent and a realtor. And many times people have no idea that there is a difference because we use the two terms interchangeably. Now, a real estate agent is any person that has sat to take the state and national exam for their state. Once they pass the exam, they receive their license, and then they can begin helping home buyers and home sellers. Now, a realtor also sits and takes the state and national exam, but they have to join a certain organization, an association, which has a little bit higher designation than a real estate agent status. When you become a realtor, you have to join NAR, or the National Association of Realtors. By joining this association, you are abiding by a certain code of ethics that you will have for any client that you work with. You as a realtor will have a fiduciary responsibility to always do what's in the best interest of your clients instead of your own interests, as long as it's legal. By joining the National Association of Realtors, you have the realtor designation, and you have to pay an annual fee every year to be a part of this organization. Now, let's get into the traits and the qualities of a good realtor and what you need to look for. All right, so let's get into the nit and gritty of it. Now, when choosing a realtor, one of the best things that you could do first is ask your family and friends for recommendations of some realtors that they have worked with. That will give you a leg up in deciding if their realtor would be a good choice and fit for you. But I also suggest that you interview one other realtor just in case. Now, if you have no family or friends that can recommend a realtor to you, I want you to try to pick 3 realtors that you would like to interview. Oftentimes I will hear people complain in the comments that, they had a terrible experience with their realtor and there's no use for realtors and, we're all lazy and bad. But sometimes I just wonder, did you really vet your realtor, or did you just choose any realtor online or off a website? So it's important to at least talk to 3 realtors. And now with the new changes coming about with the whole NAR lawsuit, and where you will have to sign a form starting August 17th, it's going to be important that you meet this realtor in person. In the past and probably currently to now, there are some home buyers that will just call a realtor up, and the realtor will say, okay, oh yeah, I can show you a home. I'll meet you at the house. And that's how the realtor does their introduction with the client. This will no longer really be effective for an agent, because an agent is really going to have to prove their value and really take the time to educate a home buyer. So you want to meet with that realtor in person. So that realtor may say, you know what, let's meet at my office, or we can meet at a coffee shop. And that realtor needs to sit down with you and really explain the home buying process. They need to be there to answer any questions and to find out what your needs and wants are. And this realtor should also tell you what the expectations are on both sides. Now, before you go on this buyer's consultation with this realtor that you want to hire, I really want you to write down some questions before you meet with that realtor. But the 3 most important questions that I want you to ask, the first question is, I want you to ask that realtor what their experience level is. You already know that if a realtor's had a lot of experience, they know what to do, they have experience, they know how to adapt to different situations, and they know how to negotiate a great deal. But I don't want you to rule out a newer agent, because there are some newer agents that do a phenomenal job and they kill it in the real estate game right out of the blocks. I've had some experience with some realtors that have been in the business for years and years, and they can be unprofessional. They may have an ego and they may have like control issues. A newer agent may be just as effective because they really want to do well and they have something to prove. So just because a realtor has years and years of experience doesn't mean you have to rule out a newer agent. Now, the second question I want you to ask this realtor is if they live in the local market where you want to buy a home. When a realtor already lives in the local market, they already know the market trends and what's going on. They know about the churches, the schools, and any future projections in that neighborhood, which will be very beneficial to you. And the last and final question that I want you to ask is, may I check or contact your past references? That is a good way for you to find out the experiences that their past clients had with them and if you all will be able to work together and gel. Now I want to get into the traits of a really great realtor. A good realtor is going to communicate promptly, and that is one of the biggest complaints by many home sellers and home buyers, is that once they sign that contract with their realtor, they never heard from them again. That is very unprofessional and it's not okay. When you have questions or inquiries and concerns, you should be able to reach out to your realtor and they should respond in a timely manner. I know for me personally, when my clients reach out to me by text or by phone, I will contact them within the hour. And if I cannot call them at that moment, I will text them and let them know, look, I'm in a meeting or I'm out with family, I'm on an appointment. I will contact you at 1 o'clock. And I contact them at 1 o'clock. So you want a realtor that communicates. Another good quality about a great realtor is that they're detail oriented and they meet deadlines. As a realtor, there are so many deadlines that you must meet in order to help your client. For example, when you have to put down the earnest money, here in Illinois, you only have 2 to 3 days to submit that earnest money. If you have a home inspection here in Illinois, you have 5 days. The appraisal has a deadline. So it's important that you have a realtor that is going to be focused and committed to making sure that those deadlines are met so that you can get to the closing table. Now, the traits of a really good realtor, I personally feel, is a realtor is very understanding, they're empathetic, and they're humble. You have a good realtor, they're going to listen to your needs and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that your needs are met. They're not going to be talking over you. They're not going to have a huge ego. They're not going to have like this control thing like, well, I know what's best. You want a realtor who is patient and who really will take the time to explain things to you and address your concerns. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel so that this information can get out to more people to help them. So home sellers and home buyers, make sure that you really vet and interview several realtors, because now with the new changes coming up, August 17th, 2024, it's going to be more important than ever to try to find a good realtor. Thank you for watching.